Greetings, stampers and crafters. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. Today we're going to be making a beautiful heart card. Did you know that you can send a heart card for any occasion and not just for Valentine's Day? All you need to do is adjust your greeting. It makes a great birthday card. It makes a great anniversary card. A great card for a wedding. It makes a great card even for a sympathy card. All you have to do is just adjust your greetings. Today the card set that we're going to be using is called Heartfelt. It's going to be a simple one, so it won't take very long, so I hope that you stay with me and see it all to the end. But this is the stamp set that we're going to be using. We're also going to be using the die. It's the Hearts die. It's on page 13, I believe, of the mini catalog that's out. And I'll show you that at the end of the video here. But we're also going to be using, as a embossing folder, the Coastal Weave. It's a 3D embossing folder and requires the use of the blue plate, embossing plate, that's found in the regular annual catalog. And that's the number if you need that. But also, let's see what else we're using. Oh, we're going to be using the doilies, the heart doilies that are found on page 9, I believe. And they come in Flirty Flamingo and Cherry Cobbler, this color here. It's not a red, it's more of a bluish red, so it's a big cobbler. It's the cobbler. So anyhow, that's what we're going to be using today. So let's get started. As I said, it's a pretty simple card. The first thing we're going to do is to stamp our sayings, okay? So we're going to use our heart punch that comes with the Heartfelt stamp set. If you buy it as a bundle, you get 2 stamps. You get one here with a scalloped edge, and you get one that is a little bit smaller, and it would set inside the other if you know when you stamp them. But this is a little smaller, and it's just a straight edge heart. Okay, we're going to stamp our saying on our heart and our greeting. So let's get our... I want to assure that I'm doing a good job on this, so I'm going to get my Stamparatus. This makes a great unit to have if you're doing multiples of cards, because it allows you to stamp over and over again and never move your never move your stamp. You just need to adjust your paper, make sure you get it in the right place here. I pretty much got this figured out, so do this right here. Looks about right. I'll pull it over just a tad. Right there. That centers it better. Let's make it a little darker. I like for it to be nice and rich. And you can do that as many times as you need to when you have it on the Stamparatus. Okay, so the other side is on this side, which is our heart right here, okay? And so we'll move this out of the way. Let that dry. And normally I like to use a okay, here we can use it, okay. I want to use a die here, of a frame for this heart. So we cut it out of here, so we're going to put it back in here. Or guess what? We can just do that one right there, can't we? Let's just do that. Just where that's at. We want it to go this way. Got the wrong end. I want it down right about here. Like so. Back it up. Right about here. They're pretty easy to adjust once you see where they're at. Put it right here. Perfect. Okay, that's easy to adjust. Yeah, it's not going down, is it? Let's do that a little darker. And we want to back up our magnet a bit. No, no, no. Well, let's just see. Did we do it? We didn't move it, did we? Yeah, we did. We messed up. One time Charlie. Here we go. I don't want to have to cut out another one. Just let it absorb that a little bit. I see what's holding it up. We did it. It stayed on there long enough. That's good. We did it. See? Okay, so those things are done. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is we run our paper that is 5 1/4 by 4 by 4 into the mat. Let me get this off my hands here before I get it any further. The part about it is alcohol takes it off real quick. And you have to give your hands time to dry a second. Okay, that's good. I guess I was pressing down on the back of that plate and it had red ink all over it. Anyhow, so we would put our 4 1/4 by 5 our 4 inches by 5 1/4 piece of paper in here. We'd line it up, of course, and we would run it through our Big Shot or embossing embosser, whatever you have there. I know Stampin' Up is coming out with another die cutting machine that will do embossing as well, so we're patiently waiting for that. So anyhow, so okay, so now that we have our embossing piece cut ready to go, we have this and this and this already. Goes on top of that. And the next thing, we want to run the hearts die through the die cutting machine. And I left it like this to show you how easy it is to take this out. It comes out pretty easy. You just got to be a little gentle with it because this paper is not heavy cardstock. It's much lighter in weight, and which is good because it doesn't add to the weight of the card when you're mailing it. But then you just go through and you start poking out the hearts. Now some are designed to stay in the unit here, and I'll show you when we get finished here how that works. So a little time consuming, but you know what, it's worth it when you're doing it for a friend, someone you really want to give some encouragement to. And in other ways, it's very easy to do, so that's good. Okay. So let's see what we've got here. What you would do is find an area that's lifted up, and then just take your take a pick tool, and you would run it into the groove of the heart itself, and that helps lift it up better to where you don't tear anything. Just take your time in doing this. It's you're not in any rush, you know. You've planned on doing this, so hey, you want to do the best job that you can, so we don't want to rush through it. Okay. Okay, let's get another area here so we can connect up. The areas that have the heart that stays in there is a good location to go to when you're trying to find which avenue to take as far as lifting the rest of the die up. And you can easily see that from this side. You can, if you've not punched out the heart already, you can see it, those that are made to come out will have an imprint around them, and those that won't, don't. Process of elimination, very easy. Okay. You know, I got new glasses about a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago now, and I don't understand, I'm just not seeing too well with them, so, and then it gives me a headache. Because I haven't worn glasses in so long. I'm supposed to be wearing contacts, but my contacts stopped helping me, so I stopped wearing those. And so for 2 years practically I had gone with nothing, but I've been doing fine. I drive. I don't have any problem there, as long as I've been there before. If I have to read road signs, I'm in trouble. But, you know, now that we have navigation on vehicles and stuff, it makes it so much easier. I'm not afraid to drive. I think that I have no fear of getting lost anymore, so thank goodness for that, huh? Makes life more of an adventure. You know how we all make New Year's resolutions. This year I decided that I would do something to better myself in my medical interest and stuff. I years was medical assistant and that kind of thing, but I wanted to brush up on my suturing skills. The doctors would allow me to remove sutures, but I never got the opportunity of putting them in, and I always wanted to do that. So I was able to get me a suture kit online, and comes with a little rubbery type board that you can practice on and stuff. So I've been doing that. Pretty good. I mean, I can sew, so that's about really, I mean, there's more to it than that, but to have an idea of how you lock off a stitch and all that stuff, I mean, if you can do that, you have a head start on it. But anyhow, my husband had to have some surgery here, minor surgery, just removal of a spot, and I was able to go in there with them and watch and kind of make sure they were doing the right thing. And as we were talking, the doctor said, "Well, tell you what, when he comes back to get the sutures out, you can take them out." I said, "Oh, wonderful!" I'm not so sure that my husband's too excited about that, but I sure am. What can I say? Crazy things excite me. But anyhow, he's doing good. He's doing well. So a lot of things to be thankful for. I can't find my cap. What happened to my cap? There it is. Okay. I need some water, guys. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, first of all, we'll save these little hearts that we punched out, and we can use these in other projects that we're doing. Sometimes we make little shaker cards and all kinds of things, so these come in handy when you need filler. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to adhere our heart die to our embossed piece here. And to do that, we're going to put some adhesive on our silicone mat. The silicone mat is really nice. Adhesives don't stick to it. When you get it on there, you let it dry, and it rolls right off, or you can wash it off if it's still damp. You can just take it to your faucet and run water over it. But once you put your piece on here, you don't want it to slip, because otherwise you'll get adhesive on the front of it, and we don't want to do that. So, but I like to moisten this with a little water. It just makes it go better. It doesn't dilute the stickiness in any way. It just doesn't dry as fast, and you can have more movable time to get it around. I guess what I want to say. Okay, here we go. Move this out of the way here. All right, so we're going to put this right about here. Kind of press it down. Pull this around like that. we can turn it over this way, press it on. Oopsie daisy. A little bit more on this. There we go. All right. Perfect. Now that's not sticking down, is it? A little more here. There we go. That's better. Now it's down. Okay. Move this out of the way. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we want to adhere this to the front of our card. And we have a 8.5 by 5.5 white, Whisper white cardstock. We're going to score it at 4 1/4. Okay. And then we're going to put our card, we're going to center it here. We have about this piece that we embossed, again, is 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and we want to put that down with some adhesive, liquid adhesive, because we have the grooves in that in the embossing. We need to make sure that we have paper that sticks, that comes in contact with it. So to guarantee that, we're going to use liquid adhesive. That gives us a little more wiggle time if we have to adjust it. It dries a little bit slower and not on contact. But we don't want to put a whole lot. We have a tendency sometimes to put more. We think more is better. In this case, less is more. Hope I said that right. Okay, make sure your card is in the right direction here. And so we're going to put it, we're going to center about 1/4 inch from the edge, all 4 sides. And that's about, whoops, let's move it up just a hair, smidgen there, right? Right there, I guess. That will work. Okay, press it down. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our heart. Well, let's do the inside of this. Let's do this, okay? This is the inside. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring the outside in by adding a strip of the same paper that we used to cut out our heart die. So what we want to do is just, you know what, let's just put a little bit of adhesive right here on this. Right about here. Normally I would use I'm going to push that over a little bit so we can get it all the way to the edge. I'm going to adjust it right about there. Right there. So now we're going to turn it over and we're going to trim off the excess, making sure that we have it all the way to the edges of the paper. Okay, that looks very good. The paper snips that Stampin' Up sells are excellent. They are the best cutting shears I've ever worked with, and I do hair as well, so yeah, kind of know my scissors or shears. Okay. All right, did detail on that. So on the back of this, we're going to use our snail adhesive. Okay. And again, we're going to use the pad, and I'm going to use paper underneath here so that we don't get it on the bottom. Okay, there we go. One side's wet a little bit. I have another one here somewhere. I don't know what I've done with it, but I need to dig it out. It's good to have 2 of these things at least. That way one can dry while you're using the other one. Again, this is the 4 inches by 5 1/4 with the 1/4 inch border all the way around. But you can see we've got the inside, the outside on the inside, and so it all matches. Now we're going to adhere our little heart that we stamped to the paper doily, making sure, yeah, there's only one side there. So we're going to prop it up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. This will give it a little more detail, more focus. Draws the eye a little better. We're going to center that on the little paper doily. You do that by centering the tip of it along with the top there. And once you get it centered, it's centered on both sides. So, and again, we're going to add a little adhesive to the back of this. Give us some wiggle time if we don't happen to get it in the right spot the first time. But I kind of think we will. We're going to center it right about here. We want it to go to the edge, but not off the paper, because if it goes off the paper, it will not fit in our envelope. Okay, there you go. That's our card. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? This one has a little skinnier piece on the inside, but I like the broader piece. So it's a little different. Next, we're going to fix our envelope. We're going to use a sheet of the paper that's in our paper pack. Not that piece. Where did it go? You know what? I like that, but I kind of like that too. What do you think? That would certainly go with that, wouldn't it? Let's do that side. And we can go from this side right there. Let's get our mat over here. We'll go right up to the edge of the fold. We want to stay right on that as much as we can. And you can see that the adhesive does not stick to our pad. We have it right on the edge here. Okay. So we're going to go just like so. Kind of like that because it's directional, isn't it? There you go. Press that down. Turn it over. Take our paper snips and we'll cut this out. I really do appreciate everyone spending time with me and hanging on till the end, because I wanted to show you the book. Okay, so this is our card, a little different than the other one, but very nice, just the same. Very nice. This is the catalog that we're ordering from. Like I said, it's on page 9. Let's go there, 9. Well, 9, 10, 8, 9. Here we go. It's on this page right here. This is the suite that we're working from, and we used the heart doilies. We used the Heartfelt bundle. We used the paper. And I said we might use some faceted gems. That would be cool, wouldn't it? And then we used, on page 12, we used the detail heart die. And then on page 39, we used the Coastal Weave embossing folder. So those are the things that we used today. And I'll make a list of the things in the down in the details of this video so that you can see the other products that we used. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. I would love to help you with any of your crafting needs. I have a 24/7 website store that you can order any of the products from. There, I'm just getting my website, not my website, my blog up. I have a lot of detail to put to that, but as soon as I get that up, you'll be notified if you subscribe to my videos. Therefore, you'll never miss anything that I post. And if you're interested in becoming a demonstrator like myself, or just being an avid shopper, it doesn't make any difference. You're still, as a shopper, you're qualified to go on any of the trips that are offered by Stampin' Up. You can qualify for them just like a demonstrator would. But the benefit is that you receive discounts on everything that you buy. And but for $99, you can receive $125 worth of product from the catalog of your choice. You also, in addition, will receive a stamp set of your choosing. And if you will contact me and let me know that you're interested, I can help you get the most expensive stamp set so you get your money's worth. But you also get a paper pumpkin box in it, which is valued at $22. You also get a little guillotine cutter that sits on the top of your desk, giving you the ability to make the final adjustments on certain things that you need to put the card together. You also receive a 48 paper pack sampler of all the DSP, the Designer Series paper that's in this latest catalog, the mini catalog. We're calling it the mini catalog. It's the occasions catalog that they put out every year, but they're just calling it a little different this year. But it's the same thing, same time of the year and everything. But anyhow, this great papers. Like I said, it's not everything in the mini catalog, but it's most of them. And you get, I think, 4 sheets of each. It's 6 by 6 pieces in size, and very quality, as all products from Stampin' Up are high quality. So I hope that you choose to do that, and if I can be of any further assistance to you, please don't hesitate to contact me. My email is diana@stampyourlove.com, and this is my website. So have a blessed day.